and we're just about to get underway. It's choppy, it's windy in Newcastle, good crowd about, so all our competitors love that. We are underway with the board.
And make no mistake, Tim, even though it's small here today, this is a challenging environment beach to race. And look at this straight away. Bang, knocked backwards. A big thing here, that often there's a lot of swell at this beach, but even when there isn't, the waves don't get to iron out the chops, so the wind really plays a major part. Look at all that water moving around.
Tight around this first can, Reese.
Yes, most definitely, and we're on board here with Devon Halligan. Look how close those girls are. That's extremely tight, and you often cop a hand or even a foot in the face sometimes. It's fierce out there around those cans.
It's really challenging.
There'd have to be a few bleeding noses and a few broken noses over the course of time from the straight boot. As we look at this, there's Liz Plumers. We have got Brodie Moyer and Harriet Brown out in front at the moment.
More so the kicks and knocks in the swim leg, but the board, it does happen around those cans. Have a look at this great shot here on board with Liz Plumers. Look at that reaching forward, and you can see that momentum, that bouncing allows her to get the board moving, and she's going to link this together into the shore break. What a great start for her.
And we're on board with Maddie Dunn now, and she's flipped off her board. That's a huge mistake from the young girl. That could play a huge part in her race today.
Maddie third overall, so that's a big upset there as we see Liz come off the beach, up the beach first. We established in the first couple of races that Courtney Hancock is the superstar, got the model looks. Not the best of friends with Liz Plumers and Crystal Smith. They'd be nice and fired up. When I say not the best of friends, I'm talking in competitive terms, but they'd be nice and fired up for this.
But once that tide drops out too, we're going to see those waves, as we're seeing here, start to break out the back. And Brodie Moyer was on that wave, and she's just dropped off. And Harriet Brown has surfed that wave beautifully. And Harriet Brown is now leading this race.
This is a really howling little wind in a tricky shore break. 17'6" long skis in the old scale, and then really makes it challenging. And there you can see that's Brodie Moyer, who's doing great to be back up there again now, sideways, and banging her foot pedals there, Reese. She's got a problem with her rudder.
It looks like her rudder's jammed.
Here we go again. Rebecca Creedy here, jumping on as well and getting smashed sideways.
Oh.
There we go. This is the make or break. This could make your whole series right here in this moment.
Is Alyssa Ball, and there's Creedy's ski straight back onto her chest, and that's really dangerous.
Oh, absolute smash up.
And this is Brodie still sitting here. She's still trying to go.
Her rudder's jammed, Trevor. It's definitely jammed. And that's, Bonnie Hancock's been thumped down onto the shore break as well.
And we saw on the right side of the screen at the bottom there, that was Brodie still standing there. And Harriet Brown, meanwhile, is out the back. Look at this wave at the back for Liz Plumers, and that's the sandbank we were talking about a little bit earlier. There is a major rip that runs out on that left side, Reese, and you know you've raced in it many times. If you don't run out to that left, you get left behind.
Here's Brodie Moyer, and you can tell the emotion as she brings her hand to her face. How difficult is it when you know you're out of it?
Yeah, it's really hard to try and keep your composure. It's very difficult, but Brodie has to do that. She has to try and get it together. The race isn't over. It's a longer race today. It's 3 loops. She needs to get her head back on and try and get herself back into this race.
And there's a shot on board, Cam. That is Jordan Mercer, and it makes us all feel a little old, doesn't it, when we look at Jordan Mercer, wonderful young competitor who's right up there at the moment as we see Liz Plumers with the smile come up the beach, and Jordan's just with her there. So this is a great performance from both Liz Plumers and Jordan Mercer as we see Crystal Smith come off. Choppy old day. Courtney Hancock's got a bit of catching up to do. Crystal Smith and, of course, Liz Plumers out in front.
And having a look at that chop, there's Emma Dick, and she's rolled off. Look at these waves out the back, moving sideways. Oh, whoa. 3 different directions.
Amy Nervin had lost it.
On the top of the wave, just popped off. Oh, Alyssa Bull has flipped off there. Whoa.
These two bang into each other. Crystal Smith and Jordy Mercer have a friendly little tap.
Liz Plumers out in front from Courtney Hancock. Crystal Smith and all the South Sydney fans will be loving seeing Tara Coleman there in 4th. Her dad, Craig, one of the greatest Rabbitohs of all time.
And Harriet Brown, who we saw up there earlier, now dropped back down to 7th as we see Jordy Mercer run around.
Whoa. Maddie Dunn.
As Liz Plumers, how well has she done this today, Reece? She's been picking up these runs and tracking them through. Great little wave for her. She'll be stoked with this.
Courtney, she's had to battle really hard today. She struggled with the shorey. She's fighting the whole time. But Liz Plumers out of the front, it's going really well for her today.
Yeah, and there it is. We've got Plumers, Hancock, Crystal Smith, Tara Coleman still in fourth. Oh, and there we see fifth and sixth, Harriet Brown and Jordan Mercer, a bit of bump.
Really is the tight end of the race now. You know, one of the ones that I'm most impressed with today is also Courtney Hancock, because she has struggled the whole day. As we see, Brodie Moyer wave on the back of the head. What a day she sets, and she comes out the front of it. That's a bright moment in a dark day.
Yeah, that's some great surfing, and that's showing the skills that she's got. Hopefully, starts to see a good result. Whoa.
Oh, Liz Plumers, hang on.
So Liz has misjudged the swim can here. She's got swept onto it by the wave, and she's got tangled on that. There's some little buckles underneath that can there. That is not a pleasant feeling.
Oh, Elizabeth Plumers, take a bow. Beautiful smile as she makes her way. She just cruises to the finish line. It's been an extraordinary performance. And a bit of a run here. Little bit of a battle. It's between Geordie Mercer and Amy Nerthen. There is Mercer. Nerthen. Mercer gets there.